All right, we are gearing up for the start of the NFL season tonight, and we wanted to get the scoop from somebody who knows the game from the inside. He's been in the helmet. He's been on the field. He's been in the stadiums.
He just happens to have a Super Bowl ring as well. Former NFL running back Robert Turbin.
Yeah.
Getting thoughts on the upcoming season. Good morning to you, Robert.
Good morning. Thank
Robert.
you.
Welcome.
I wear the helmet, but not that one.
Oh, okay.
Gladly.
Clearly, you've let yourself go since you retired.
Keep up with you, man.
Oh, you kept up and passed him and kept going. Okay, so we're glad to have you here because obviously the Niners, there are big expectations for them this year. They made the Super Bowl last year. To me, it feels like it all comes down to the health of Christian McCaffrey. Is that? Do you think you agree with that? And
I think the Niners have enough talent that they can still get it done. But obviously, Christian McCaffrey is sort of the engine that makes that offense go. So without him, it'll be very difficult for the Niners to get as far as they did last season. I'd say without Christian McCaffrey, are they a Super Bowl team? No, but they're still a playoff team. Okay. And in the playoffs, all you need is one game, right?
Yeah.
But I think he'll be fine. They're playing it safe. He'll be ready to go.
You played running back in the league. For all of us that don't, what do we not understand that he does that makes him so good?
Well, he's got to understand everything about the offense, all the aspects of it. Like as much as the quarterback knows, the running back has to know. Like a running back has to know coverages, right? Why? Because he's responsible for route concepts as well. And so, if he doesn't have a good, if he's not dialed in on the coverages, he'll get out of his routes slow, or he'll get into his routes slow, I should say. He'll be sitting in the backfield wondering about protection and things of that nature too long. He's got to understand coverages because of protection, right? Certain looks will dictate, hey, this is where a defense is going to blitz. This is where I need to be able to get to in order to protect the quarterback, etc. He's got to understand hot routes, right? If he doesn't have protection responsibilities, I got to get out quick, get my head around because Brock Purdy's coming to me right now. And so he's got to be in line with the quarterback, the offensive line, and obviously being able to get where he needs to get from a route concept so he doesn't get in the way of a tight end or a wide receiver.
Interesting you didn't say the speed or strength or anything. It's what's in here. That
the game is all mental.
How many yards extra do you think you would have had in your career if you were in Shanahan's office?
Probably a lot. I don't know. I mean, Marshawn was actually my teammate who'll be a Hall of Famer one day. I got an opportunity to play with Frank Gore when I was with the Colts in Indianapolis. So it's all about opportunity, man. You just never know. But you got to take advantage when those opportunities come.
Do you have a favorite rookie or one that you're keeping your eye on this season?
Brian Thomas Jr., wide receiver out of LSU, drafted to the Jaguars. That was one of my favorite picks of the first round. I think he's going to have an excellent career. Much needed for the Jaguars in that offense. I think he'll have an excellent rookie year as well. Okay, we were supposed to ask you all kinds of other stuff, but you mentioned Marshawn. What's your best Marshawn Lynch story from your time with him? I think him when we won the Super Bowl, it's probably him leaving the game early and going into the stands to hang out with his fam while everybody else is still, like it's still the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Still playing.
Yeah. But he's already in his
mind.
He's like, we're good. Listen, bye.
You're right. You see, literally, you can see his shoulder pads like on the sideline. But he's gone.
Did gear off.
Yeah, right.
Did Pete Carroll know? Did he? Was he like, where'd Marshawn?
Not till later. Nah, I don't think he knew like while the game was going on. Because he still got a coach, right? That's a pretty funny story though. It's like he actually went into the stands, hanging out with mom and the family. There's his helmet and shoulder pads on the sideline, and his cleats. But no Marshawn.
I love him.
Kind of crazy.
Good.
Quickly before we go, they're wrapping this up. But the Raiders, they got Antonio Pierce as a new coach. Don't really have a quarterback. Where do you see them finishing in the West?
They're going to play hard, but I think they'll be third in the AFC West. I think the Broncos are coming last, but I think the Chargers maybe be a little bit better, and the Kansas City Chiefs obviously are going to win that game.
Yeah. Golly.
We'll see. It all depends on the quarterback.
Hate being in the same division as Mahomes. Robert, stick around. We got more football stuff to talk about with you, including he's going to handicap our fantasy football team.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, these rosters looking kind of rough, man.
Yeah, they are.
It was an auto draft.
And it's a 16-team league, so keep that in mind. All right.
We got to give Cody's head a break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. How many fingers?